Hey, welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for you all. For Leo, to be specific. Now, you would say, a zodiac, but the truth of the matter is that energy, spiritual energy, goes to the person that needs to hear the message. Never fails. I've gone and gotten readings with people, literally, and they've come out and gotten my reading because I was a person that needed the reading. No lie. Swear on everything I love. So just know that the intention is for Leo. However, if you're not a Leo and it resonates, don't be surprised because that's the way this energy type kind of works. All right, now if you want to enter into winning a free psychic reading with me, all you got to do is three things. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the magic word of the day. What's the magic word? I don't know, but we always use the Psychic Soul Healer deck to find that out, and we're going to see. Let's just pick. Okay, it's perseverance. So you're going to write perseverance in your comment bar. You'll know if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath. If I did, we'll correspond back and forth, and we'll figure out the best times and dates that, work. And then we'll choose one. And then the day that we choose, I will post the live stream link underneath all our comments. You'll be able to find it because you'll get notified. And like I said, it's where we will have corresponded already. Okay. I always like to tell people that because lately I've had people win and not collect their readings. And I've also had people that have won their reading and then they get really nervous right before. They're like, I've never done this before. I don't know where to find the link. The link will always be posted right in the comment bar, right underneath both of our comments. So you'll always find it, especially if you have subscribed to this channel. Which you would have to do anyway to enter into winning a free reading. However, if you enter, if you subscribe, you just have to hit the notification bell. This way you'll always get notified. And whenever you get comments, people correspond back and forth, you get alerted. All right, I just, like I said, like to put that out there because lately it's been crazy with people winning readings and either not collecting them and then contacting me after saying, didn't know how to get on, I didn't know how to find the link, I didn't know. Well, like I said, that would be, again, an issue that I would have also because if you're on this channel, the Psychic Soul Healer channel, it's because you have blocks. And a lot of times those blocks happen and play out as in not being able to obtain the things that you want to obtain. And that would be, hey, I wanted to win that reading and I never win the reading. I try all the time and I never win the reading. Or the one time I win the reading, I don't get alerted, or I get alerted and then I can't find where we're writing back and forth, or I can't find where the link is, or I can't find. So again, anxiety happens when we have spiritual blocks, which makes us not be able to think. So when you're in a fight, flight, or freeze response, because you're overstimulated, because there's so much thoughts and emotions, it throws off our energy. And it doesn't just throw off our energy where we become a vibrational dissonance to what it is that we're trying to pull into our life. We're trying to become a magnet to the energy that we want in our life. But we also tend to get in our own way. Like we don't just vibrate that energy, but then there's always a behaviorism rather that follows with the emotional response. Now, most of us have learned to suppress our emotions unconsciously, and also consciously because the world tells us not to really be emotional. is like seen as a weakness, even though it's actually a sign of strength. If you can show that you have an open heart, if you can continue to be soft in a world that is forever growing hard, right? So understand spiritual wounds turn to spiritual gifts. So if you're new to the Psychic Soul Healer channel, know I always like to look at the spiritual energies, but I also like to look at what's going on in our life. So I always used to look at the spiritual energies first. And now I'm going to start by opening up, by looking at what's going on in your life first. And then we're going to look at the spiritual blocks. Because again, spiritual blocks play out as karmic themes. Karmic themes that play out as our behaviorisms, our habits, and also play out as, karma that has influenced other people and made other people react. So obviously, if a soulmate or a twin flame or a significant person is in your life, we want to look at their wounds too. We want to see what the karmic connection is, and maybe how you both trigger each other, and how the relationship never really progresses a lot of times. Because again, if you're seeing a block, what it is, it's like, it means that you're stuck. You're stuck in a limitation of consciousness, and a limitation that is playing out as a behaviorism, a habit, a belief. So it's important to get to the root of it. Spiritual wounds turn to spiritual gifts. It's all about integration. All right, let's just get into it, right? Spirit's like, come on, choppy chop. All right, we're going to look at the hidden truth. I feel like that's the easiest place for me to know. And probably possibly because I want to know what we're dealing with. And then I like to go a little bit backwards. I don't know. So we're going to look into the hidden truth between you and your person, Leo. But again, anyone that resonates. So even though I say Leo, the intention's Leo, it's whoever is going to resonate. So let's just look. Let's look and see. All right. I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay, my first thought here, Leo, is your person is moving. They're moving. So whether they were living with somebody, again, I feel like they might have been living with a roommate. They living where they didn't have much privacy. I feel like in actuality, in this move, their entire life is changing. And I feel like they've been stuck. We will be together again. The person still feels a connection to you. Even though you guys haven't been talking, I feel like you guys have been in separation. Obviously, because they wish that they could share their good news with you. That because they still feel you, they can still feel that spiritual connection. Yeah, it's again, and now they're in regret because I'm feeling like they miss the friendship, believe it or not. You may say, this person didn't even give me time. I feel like your person has a hard time opening up. But I feel like you talked to them like a friend, and you might have felt like they weren't listening, but they were. I just feel like the way that they think and the way that you think are two different ways, but you intrigue them. Spiritual connections, which that's what this is, again, because you've impacted this person. So a soulmate can be anybody. Know this. We don't know what kind of relationship this is, but the vibe that I'm feeling is more like a friendship, because the person wishes they could tell you their good news. It's not just passion and lust. It's again, there's heart there. And also where they've been thinking about you, where they're like, they've been marinating in it for a hot minute since the split, whether or not you were ever dated. or whether or not you just were friends. And I'm feeling like it was mainly a lot of flirty friendship, um, that you both felt like it was supposed to go somewhere. And so, again, I love you. So their energy right now is in a place where they've been thinking about it. Like I buried myself in work to forget about you, because I feel like your person also is not the type of person to like to humble themselves. So I wanted to see what happens, okay? Because I said we go backwards. Because I'm always curious. I'm like a kid. I want to open up see what the gift is first. Tell me everything later. Give me the good stuff first. So the good stuff is that, you know, Leo, your person does have feelings for you. They think that they love you. Um, I feel as was a friendship that was a soul connection where it was significant. It was significant because you impacted their life. And does that mean that they didn't find you attractive? I'm sure that they found you attractive, because understand the spiritual connection is one where we do find the person attractive a lot of times, and we can just again have that deep connection. There's a deep knowing. But this is almost like, again, like a friendship. Oh, like the person is almost acts a little bit younger, and that could be because they're not as evolved as you, and that means that they need more healing. And they looks like they do, because I really feel like they didn't know what they wanted for a long time. And they're kind of reflecting back on the relationship, and they're regretting not giving you as much. Jealousy and possession. So I feel like this person tried to make you jealous and possessive. See, this relationship, what I'm getting now is it was always a friendship and there was a good chemistry, but it never got off the ground. And it never got off the ground because, like, you weren't being aggressive, and either were they were waiting for you to ask them to like go out. I feel like this person is used to not doing any work, Leo. That the person that you're here for is used to people asking them and them deciding, and never really considering anyone else's feelings except for their own. And so they try to make you jealous and possessive, but they're really jealous and the possessive one. This is what I said, that they were a little bit lower energy, and the lower energy is, again, insecure, where they constantly need the attention, where they are not emotionally intelligent. They don't feel comfortable sharing and speaking and articulating, which is why you didn't think that they really listened in the beginning when you met them, or that you really influenced them that much. You did. They're just not comfortable with sharing their emotions. They don't let people in. And you didn't go in and tell them how things were going to be. You didn't play into their games of, chasing them, asking them, trying to get them to do for you. You didn't do that. If anything, they tried to make you jealous. They tried to make you possessive. And it didn't mean that they didn't succeed. I feel like you hide and you have a good poker face, Leo. I feel like you they did make you jealous, but it's like you're like, I'm not going to show it you because I know what you're doing. And it's like, and so you knew that this person has feelings because you could feel it, but what they were showing you was not that they had any feelings, which is why they regret lying. The lying was, I acted like I didn't really care. I acted like you didn't matter to me. And like what I'm realizing is you do matter to me. And I really didn't think that you were going to really make an impact on me, possibly because you didn't talk about, I feel like what you talked about were deep things, meaningful things. Like you treated this person like a friend, where they might have been talking to a lot of other people during the time, but they would, talk surface and talk sexual with those people, and they weren't meaningful. They were, again, based on passion, maybe, but not on any depth. With you, there was depth. They didn't realize that they let you in. They usually don't form that type of deep connection. So they're surprised. And so in this, they have to kind of surrender their ego. They don't want to do this. This is why they bury themselves in work. They're ashamed. They're ashamed that they can't believe how jealous and possessive they are now of you. Now, you may not be seeing this because they're not anywhere around you. So I'm sure that they're stalking you out on your social media because it's driving them crazy that they're not hearing anything from you. You're not doing anything. You're not saying anything. And it's because I feel like you're like, I'm not doing it. I miss you. See, they miss you. See, they played games. They played games. Maybe a few more from this deck. Just a few. Two more I'm feeling. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason, but it's like, that's what I'm feeling. I miss you, and then I don't know what I want. And I feel like that's the thing. Like your person has never had a good relationship. And they get very confused between passion and love, and they've never had a good relationship. So between the bad relationships and their own wounds from not healing any of their past, it's walking around with all this baggage where they felt like they had to play games. They don't give anything, which is why they manifest what they manifest. They want a good relationship. They want people to love them, but then they don't give. And so again, their past relationships have been bad. I feel like you were real. They were not used to the depth and the realness. And so again, they miss you, but there's a part of them that I feel like is a little bit too much with that ego. And until they do healing, they're not going to know what they want, because it almost seems like, was the grass almost greener on the other side? But once you're on that other side, it's no longer greener. It's greener on the other side. Like this person's never satisfied because they don't know who they are, is what I'm feeling, which is why they play games. See, a lot of times the illusion is that our strength comes from, from other people making us feel comfortable. Not our strength, but our comfortability, our confidence is the best word I should be using. That our confidence comes from how, the person's making us feel. But the truth of the matter is, no one should be able to make you feel bad about yourself. And so the truth of the matter is that this person, if they don't really know what they want, are they going to be able to make you feel good about yourself? And, it's especially if the grass is always greener on the other side. Are they ever present? Are they ever in the moment? Are they ever? So I still have some growing to do. And that's my fear. See, something told me to pull like two more cards, because I was like, I'm not saying that they don't miss you, but the whole jealousy and possessive thing is like, I'm not strong within myself, and I'm not emotionally intelligent either. So I bury myself in work, though they miss you. But if you notice, everything's about them. and they do regret lying. So at least they're in the first step of healing. And this is what soulmates do. Soulmates create a new perception of our situation, right? It's that's really what it comes down to. It allows us to heal because by seeing different perceptions of our situation, I mean, again, a block is seeing one perception of your situation when really it depends on what we do. Everything, that's what karma is about. Karma is based on whatever you're doing, there's going to be an outcome. So when we have a block, we're not getting good results. And my fear is that this person comes in hot, right? They're full of passion because again, they're jealous and they're possessive. They're a little bit, again, lower energy. So, and where they need a lot of attention, and then they act like they don't really care, and they play a lot of games, so we can see the games, but they're still a human being where they, now that you're not around and they're thinking of you, they're thinking, wow, I'm shocked how much I care about this person. I miss this person. I love this person. I care about this person. And that's, again, we wouldn't do anything unless we love. So this is great because it means the person's evolving. However, are they there yet? No. And that's what I was wanting to say, because they would still need to like heal from the past relationships and learn how to be happy in themselves so that they can be happy with the person that they're with instead of always looking for something better. Because that's why a lot of times people do what they do. So what is this person going to do? Because it's like, just because they know that they're growing, maybe they can find balance in the situation, which it's not an all or nothing type deal. You are my best friend and I hurt you. I didn't know what I was doing. Can you ever forgive me? So this is great because this means that the person's humbling themselves. So again, I really feel as if that's what I was saying about the friendship in the beginning, that they missed the friendship. They didn't realize because it wasn't all about that. So they want another chance, but they're just kind of trying to. I think the growing that they need to do is really to learn how to humble themselves and ask for forgiveness. Because again, they're trying to like hide from it, work, hoping that you'll actually come and talk to them. And so there it looks like I tried to forget you, but it's not working. I always feel your presence with me. I'm magnetically pulled to you. And that's again how we know that it's like that's the soulmate relationship, right? I mean, this ESP through the heart and mind. And it's someone that comes into your life that profoundly changes your life, even though it might not have been that profound to anybody else. It was profound to this person because they don't have connections. They're used to everything being surface. They're used to having one foot in, one foot out. They don't fall in them. Maybe they felt like they couldn't fall in them, right? And here you come along and you're like just like an ordinary person. They weren't even giving you the time of day, not in the beginning. It was obvious, but then you remove yourself and they're like, wow, this was really a friendship. This person really was honest with me. They really cared about me. This person was really true. This person was my friend, and I miss the friendship. And that's unconditional love right there. That's how we know it's a soulmate, because it's again the profound change and that connection. And that's healing. And this person is like, wants forgiveness. They tried to forget you. And they tried, of course they did. They tried to bury themselves in work. They didn't want to humble themselves. But You know, we know that someone truly loves us when they surrender their ego. And in this story, Leo, your person is coming and they are surrendering their ego. I want to see what you think, and I'm only going to pull 2 cards because it would only be fair, but it's general reading. I'm sure you guys are all going to do different things. But if I had to, I'll pull from this. No, I don't want to pull from this. What deck can I use? That would be, I want to see. I'll pull from this deck because it's like in the heart deck, it's just like the love deck. I mean, like all the others, if I want straight to the point, again, it's not going to give me straight to the point. But I just want to know, what do you feel, Leo? What would you do with this situation? How do you feel? How do you feel? My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So I would say that you feel like this person is your soulmate also, and that you care about them and there's unconditional love there. So you, again, are open and willing to give it another try. And I'm going to leave that there. So you'll let me know, Leo, whether you resonated with this. And if you did, give me a like, comment the word in your comment bar, which I told you a few times in the beginning of the video, and subscribe to the channel, and wait to see whether I wrote winner. And if I did, we'll correspond back and forth and see the best time that works for the both of us. So until then, Leo, and everyone else that watched, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.